So before all this was all grown up with vines and small brush and stuff, and we had homeless people that were sleeping in there between the fence and the brush. Got a lot of this cleaned up now, but still a lot to go. You see, they would creep in here, come down this fence line. Got this little trail beat out down through here, and they were camping out in here, which wouldn't be so bad. This is just what's left now after lots and lots of cleaning. It's a pile of stuff. There's all manners of stuff in there. Trash all back and behind this fence right here. Just tons and tons of trash. And that's a pile right there. And I got another pile right there. This is what's left. There was 10 times more than this, or many times more than this. There's still some up in here. See, bottles and all kinds of stuff. And they would leave all this trash in here. And there's some kind of tarp, and the trash is all sort of buried in amongst all this growth, but it's all over the place. And that's where we live right there. So I was concerned about, see, there's more right in here. I was concerned about somebody getting back here and overdosing on drugs and dying, or maybe somebody raping somebody, or who knows what. So I took it upon myself to clean this area out and make it less hospitable towards that type of stuff. So what are we eating? Tacos. Hi. Ooh. These guys, if you want tacos, when you go to get your shells, get these things. They actually are awesome. Are you minding my bench? I'll do it. So yeah, watch him. Watch him with the straw. He's like, can I have that? Can I please have your straw? Just let me, I just want to bite that. Can I just bite that a little bit? Can I touch that? I want to bite that straw. This one is Tonto. Whoops. What are you doing? She's the furry one, the Lion King or Queen. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. So yeah, we have just those three cats getting down with the ground beef right now. Anything to say, lovely? See, Derek Wilson over on Wilson Audio Labs released this a couple days ago. What a beautiful amplifier that Macintosh is. Man, that thing's gorgeous. Okay, so after the incident with the headway cells, I had to do some emergency repairs back here. Because bass, lack of bass does constitute an emergency. So as you can see, it looks like crap back here. I did get it functional. At least wires are safe, but it all looks like total crap. There's my big drivers. And this amp I just put back here for my center sub, my console up there. And I just kind of hung it back here and hooked it up. And it's not a good job. So I want to, oh yeah, there's Look at the burn stuff down there from the headway bank. So that headway bank, all this burned material, a little bit of melted carpet, it did a number on everything back here whenever it caught fire. And see, it melted that wire right there. I cut most of this stuff that was melted out. This pieces here, I just wrapped it up with some tape. It's like in a spot where it's not causing any problems, but it just melted that. It melted some of this back here, but it's not very bad. It melted some of the wires here. And most of it survived okay. I've just got to do some cleanup. And I got to redo this all the way around. So under the seat doesn't look as bad as it probably does in a lot of vehicles. But what's that? Oh, that's from a CB. Random heat shrink and stuff. But it's nasty. And you can see all the material. Those rocks, those are all rocks and sand that come out of the snow. All I had to work with to put the fire out was snow. Wrong thing to put on a headway fire. But you work with what you got, so I grabbed huge handfuls of snow, and yeah. So, although one of those got kind of melted. From the fire. You see it melted the edge right there. And this one was actually under the hood. I took the other one from under the hood and switched them out. This clear one was under the hood, so now I have two green ones under the hood. I have this one oddball clear guy. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, oh, I do like these Memphis amps. If you're looking for some good clean power, these PRXA 1000.1s, those are really good amps. You're gonna get significantly more than 1,000 watts out of them, but they're super clean, super reliable, and super tough. So my hat goes off to it. It was in the fire, and it's been working flawlessly. Has no issues, zero. So you're great amps. Good times all around. Well, I commandeered a piece of scrap from the construction over here. Some of the packing lumber that was used to hold all that material. And I just sort of ground scored that. That might almost work. It's almost a perfect fit. It leaves a little bit short down there, but I can be creative about that. It gives you an idea what I got in my brain anyway. Now, the Raptor liner is way better than this stuff, but it does work and it's cheaper. So I'll show you what's up with this. I picked the prettiest two sides of the board. See what happens. Well, that's after a couple of light coats. It's still wet, but when it dries, it'll look like this dull color. But yeah, works all right. The Raptor liner is about 100 times better, but this stuff ain't bad. Well, it looks pretty good. That's after drying a little bit and one more light coat. I think that'll work pretty good. Now guys, I have a set of small wrenches I like to use, but this is my go-to problem solver. It is completely insulated all the way to the head, the shrink wrap. And so it's very likely to ground out or touch anything it's not supposed to back here while I'm working with this end. And I can just, adjust it, so there's that. We're going to disconnect the power side first by pulling a fuse. One thing I like about these fuse boxes is you can pull the fuse without having to remove the wires. It makes life a lot less complicated. So now that all of this is not hot anymore, I'm gonna have to do some work on these too, because they got corroded after the fire snow incident. got a lot of corrosion set up on them, and I'm gonna have to clean them up. But they said life, right? So if anybody out there is interested in sending me a cap bank, I would be glad to accept it, but I'm sure there's not anybody willing to do that. But one of those B-stock Iosis things would work just great. That's what I would like to run.
Yeah. Radio enthusiast. Yeah. Y'all riding down the street, got the bass on blast. Car audio enthusiast, I'm first, never last. Subwoofers thumping, got the neighborhood jumping. In the world of sound, I'm always pumping. Audio enthusiast, that's my game. Tweaking frequencies, no two sound the same. From the highs to the lows, mid-range in between. My car sound system is a music machine. Got the latest deck with the touchscreen display, Bluetooth, aux, and USB. Play it anyway. Sounds so crisp, it's like you're there. Close your eyes, feel the music in the air. Car audio enthusiast. Kill the rhythm, hear the tone, sound quality. That's my quest in the world of car audio. So here's to the enthusiast. Keep the sound alive in the world of car audio. We ride. Keep the music playing, keep the beat on repeat. Car audio enthusiast.
Alright guys, I'm doing a bunch of scrubbing. Trying my best to get this thing as clean as I can, get all the corrosion off of it, the residue from the burning of the headway cells, and I am aware that, of course, during this whole process, the SOS pad I'm using is going to affect the clearness of the acrylic, but do what you got to do. Anyway. So this is the layout I got in mind, and just kind of showing you guys what I'm looking at here, what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking this angle will work pretty good because it would allow the wires to run up at a sweep from there up to the amp rack and the back, and then come back at an angle, miss each other. I can line them up. I'm still working the details out of how to do that exactly, but these little standoffs that hold the covers for the fuse blocks are, they're also all tarnished and black, so I'm SOSing those and trying to clean them up as well. This is going to be a project. Anyway, you can see what I got in mind there. The tape measure represents the Iosis cap bank, and then power coming in on that side. It's kind of what I got in my brain. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, peace.